Hello and welcome to Tag Tuesday, which is hosted by Lisa from Crafting Diva here on YouTube. There are quite a few of us taking part, so there'll be a list in the description box below with a link to everyone's channels, and if you click on the hashtag Tag Tuesday it will take you to all the videos that are related to this. So I'm using this Chippy's tag album from Woodware, which I picked up at a craft show many years ago. Yeah, it's been in my stash forever, and as you can see it was only £1, and in here you get 5 chipboard pages and 5 acetate pages, which is more than enough to cover all the videos for this Tag Tuesday challenge or collaboration. I'm going to use one of the plain white ones to start with. Now it's not quite shiny, but it does have a little bit of a shine to it, so I'll probably put some gesso on that just to take that back. Unfortunately it has been dented there, but not to worry. And I'm probably going to cover the back in a paper, and then I'll write the details of what I did and when. To go with the back of the tag, or to go on the back of the tag, sorry, I'm going to use this Capsule Elements wood by Do Crafts Paper Mania. You might remember that I picked this up in a D-Stash haul on Facebook. I think I'm going to use this one here because it means it'll be easier to write on. So I've put my messy piece down so I can distress the edges. I'm going to do that using the tool and the black soot distress ink. This is the this distress ink, black soot, and the vintage photo, the only two distress inks I have. My others are all oxides, but yeah, I tend to use the distress inks quite a lot for just edges. As you'll see, I haven't gone mad with either the tool or the ink. I just want it quite subtle, and it's going on the back so that I can just write the details on it. What I'm going to do is just distress this bit underneath in the black soot, just in case there's any small white pieces that show through where this paper is sort of peeled back. So that distress, Sponge has had it, but I wasn't worried about this being neat because it's literally just to cover up in case there's any white patches, which I don't want, so I don't need that to be neat, and I won't use that for blending onto a card. I have sprayed my tag with the Seth Apter Ice Ink dye sprays, and I've used tea, coffee and honey. I've added extra water up here so I could get it to pool and move a lot more, whereas here I've obviously just let it dry naturally, and I quite like that effect that is achieved. And I should probably mention at this point that the theme for this week is texture, so I'm going to use some texture paste with a stencil. I decided to use this stencil, which is an Amala one, and it is Amsterdam, so you get the innie and the outie, and I've just used this part of it and just some white texture paste, which has obviously picked up the background colour, which is exactly what I wanted because it's made it lighter, and then we've got a darker background. This has completely dried. I know it's a bit rough looking. I'm still not very good at stenciling with paste, so, but I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to use Wild Honey Distress Crayon on some of the windows just so it looks like the lights are on. I have totally changed my mind about what I'm going to do on this tag, hence the reason I've taken some of the ice ink spray off with a baby wipe, and then I've just dried it off with some tissue so I can use these distress oxides to create a sky. I'm going to add them with my blender brushes. I think I'm happy with that sky. It looks a bit pale on camera, but it's brighter in real life, as they say. And next I want to create a bit of shadow behind here, so I'm going to use the distress crayons again. I have sorted some stamps from my stamp collection. These were actually from my friend in Holland, so I thought one, they went quite well because they say Netherlands, and they fit in with the colour of my sky, so I'm just going to organise them a bit randomly and go from there, see if I want to add anything else or whether it is done. So I've sorted my layout for the stamps, and I want to go around the edges of them because I don't really want the white, so I'm just going to give them a hint of colour around the edge, so just the colour they are. So like this one's got an orange on it, so I'll just use some of the rusty hinge just to take that white edge off it, and then I'm going to use warm lipstick and things on the pink, etc. I am going to call that done. I'm just going to add the details on the back of what I used and the date, and please do pop over to all the other channels that are taking part in this hashtag Tag Tuesday to see what other creations people have made. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone else's take on the different themes. This week, like I said, it was texture, and I have used the texture paste through the stencil. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next Tuesday with our next theme, and until then, cheerio.